Hello everybody, my name is the narrator and today I will be reading two short books for you. The books we will be reading are Lost Legends and the Aetherium Wars. We're going to start with the Lost Legends. Here we go. Lost Legends of Skyrim by Talsgar the Elder, Archivist of Winterhold. The history of Skyrim is vast, predating even the most ancient records of man and Mer. Much has been lost, fallen to the ravages of war or the turning of ages, but nothing is ever truly forgotten. Where no records exist, legends and folktales offer us a key to the past, a way to piece together truths half remembered in the minds of men. For generations, the people of Morthal have whispered tales of the Pale Lady, a ghostly woman who wanders the northern marshes, forever seeking her lost daughter. Some say she steals children who wander astray, others that her sobbing wail strikes dead all those who hear it. But behind these tales may lie a kernel of truth. For ancient records speak of Omriel, a mysterious figure in Ysgramor's heirs, battled for decades, and finally sealed away. Reachmen tell the story of Falon Red Eagle, an ancient king who rallied his people and drove back the armies of Cyrodiil with a flaming sword. Though accounts vary, they too seem to be based on an underlying truth. The imperial chronicles of Empress Hestra mention a rebel leader of that era who was eventually cornered and slain in battle at the cost of a full legion of men. But some tales prove far harder to analyze. Among scholars, perhaps the best known is the forbidden legend of the Archmage Galder. In the dawning days of the First Era, the story goes, there lived a powerful wizard by the name of Galder. Wise and just, he was well known in the courts of King Harold and the Jarls of Skyrim, and his aid and counsel were sought by men and mer alike. And then he was murdered. Some say one of his sons killed him, others that King Harold, jealous of his power, gave the order. But Gerald's 3 sons fled into the night, pursued by a company of Harold's best warriors, and the Lord Geirmund, the king's personal battle mage. A great chase ensued, from the wilds of the Reach to the glacial north. One brother is said to have perished in the ruins of Folgenthar, at the foot of Solitude. The others were run to ground soon thereafter, and once it was done, King Harold ordered every record of their murders destroyed, and Galder's name and deeds were struck from the rolls of history. Even today, few sources remain, and no bard will tell the tale, but perhaps the truth yet remains in some ancient ruin waiting to be unearthed, for nothing is truly forgotten. So, that was Lost Legends, and this is the Aetherium Wars by Taron Dredth, dedicated to Katria, my friend and colleague. The end, when it came, was swift. In the span of 3 short years, the great dwarven cities of Skyrim, from Markarth to the Velothi Mountains, fell before the armies of the High King, cities that had held fast against the Nords for over 100 years, crumbling abruptly and without warning. For centuries, scholars have marveled at the sudden collapse of the Dwemer city-states. Even the Nords seem to have been taken by surprise, though their chroniclers were quick to ascribe their success to King Geller's inspired tactics and the blessings of Shor. My research suggests a much different cause, however. In decades preceding their fall, the dwarven cities of Skyrim had been decimated by internal disputes and infighting over a most surprising cause, Aetherium. Modern scholars know Aetherium as a rare luminescent blue crystal found in some Dwemer ruins. Most consider it little more than a curiosity, as it has proven all but impossible to work with. While it has a strong magical aura, it is alchemically, inert, and no known process can enchant, smelt, mold, bind, or break it. To the dwarves, of course, such problems were merely a challenge. In the years following King Harold's reign, the Dwemer discovered a considerable source of Aetherium in their deepest dwellings. An alliance of 4 cities, led by Arcanthums, the great research center in the South Reach, was formed to oversee its extraction, processing, and study, and a new Etherium Forge constructed to smelt it under precisely controlled conditions. If the inscriptions I discovered are to be believed, the results were nothing short of spectacular. The items produced by the forge were artifacts of immense power, imbued from the moment of their creation with powerful enchantments. The Dwarven alliance shattered almost immediately, as the 4 city-states and their rivals attempted to claim the forge. We can only speculate that none were successful. Decades of conflict merely weakened them all, allowing for King Galder's subsequent conquests. And though the Dwemer reclaimed most of their lands a century later, there is no evidence that they ever resumed their research on Aetherium. Perhaps the costs had just been too great. But nothing like the Aetherium Forge described in the inscriptions has ever been found within the borders of Skyrim. It may have been destroyed long ago by the Nord invaders or the Dwemer themselves. Or perhaps it, like the secrets of Aetherium itself, still remains to be discovered. So, that's all the reading that I have for you today. And oddly enough, both of those books had things that I've already discovered in this game in the last time that I played it. So, I know all of those legends are true. The Aetherium Forge, the Pale Lady, the Flaming Sword, the Other Brother, all those things are real things in this game that if you play it, you can find. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscription in the section below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.